Welcome back to the podcast. We are the fourth rounders out here. My name's Will. I'm here with your boy Tweez.
Yes, sir.
We're on episode 3 of the fourth rounders, and we got some football content again to bring to you guys, and we got some other things we're gonna be talking about. But before we do all that, thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and also share it with a friend. Doesn't hurt. Takes a couple seconds, hit the link, copy link or whatever, share.
Should be at the
send
bottom.
It to somebody. Yeah, wherever it's at, he knows where it's at. Just send it to somebody, right?
Bottom right-ish. Like
bottom right?
Yeah, something like that. I think bottom right. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Sure.
Do that. If you're on Spotify or Apple, was it?
Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast. Make sure you leave a 5-star rating, help your boys out. Don't leave a 3, put a 5, right? 5 stars. Just help us out. And also leave some comments. We want to talk to you guys sometimes, got all you guys that told us you was listening and all that. We want to talk with y'all and get some football commentary in there because last time it was fun when we did that.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
It was really fun when we did that last time.
For sure. 100%.
So if you guys don't agree with some of our takes, which you probably don't agree with a lot of my takes.
Yeah. I think it's mostly yours. He got the bad takes.
I don't know why, but yeah, I just got takes like that, and somebody got to be a little bit off, right?
You got it. All right.
It's gonna be me.
All right, you know the ritual. First and foremost, you know the ritual. Yeah. Episode 3. Give me a player that wore number 3.
Oh my God. Thank you. Well, not thank you, but thank you.
That's the fastest you've done it.
That's
the fastest you've done it.
What's the situation?
Yeah.
Just because of the situation, that's the only reason why I know DeMar Hamlin's number 3.
You got that one.
Big ups to the 3. So yeah. Anybody else that's number 3?
Yeah.
Maybe
I know one player that wears number 3.
You know what? One? That's not good odds.
Well, the problem.
Yeah. For me, if you know what.
I know one, but that's because he plays for the Ravens, so that's kind of.
Is it Flowers?
No, he wears a. Fun fact, I think he wears 4, either 4 or 9.
Flowers is 4 or 9.
4 or 9, I believe.
Okay.
Sure.
Number 3.
You know the player though.
The Tucker?
No, he wears 9. Sorry, he wears 9.
Okay, that was
Flowers
wears
4.
Yes. I thought Tucker was number 9.
Yeah, he wears 4.
Not Andrews.
Nope. No.
Is it Lamar?
No.
Lamar's not number 9.
He's 8.
He's number 8. Okay.
Yes.
I know this player.
Yes, for sure. 100%.
No. This is where I start looking bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will say though, it's harder to keep up with numbers when you get older. Like when we was younger and we didn't have nothing but class, you know what I mean? So it's easy to keep up with numbers. Because I knew players' numbers really well when I was younger. As I gotten older,
it's hard, bro. Every time somebody gets drafted or traded, you got to try to keep up with them, and it's just like, man.
Some players change their numbers.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, about numbers.
Okay, what's up?
In the NFL, is there like a certain number that somebody will wear if you know he's him?
Yes. So
what are like the numbers in the NFL that like people or players will fight over to get that number?
Okay, so it depends, right? I think it depends on the position. It really depends on the position, right? So if you're a quarterback, actually, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna start off. If it's universally, if you're number 1, number 21, 81, 23, deuce, 3. Most all the single digit numbers, but out of the single digit numbers, I'll say the top 2 are 1 and I believe 3.
Okay.
For single digit, if you wear those 2 numbers, you have to be him.
Okay, so most of the guys are either 1 or 3.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was gonna say in soccer, it's you either are number 7, 10, 9, or 11. Those are like the ones. Those are like the guys that are like the dopest ones on the team.
Yeah,
you're one of those numbers. Yeah. So I was wondering, it's like I don't know if there's because a lot of like the really good players they don't wear the same number.
Yeah, no, because you don't want. So like for example, you wouldn't though, because if you're an NFL player, NBA player, and you're trying to create your own name, you want to be in the Hall of Fame. You want to be recognized. You're trying to have your own number. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like LeBron, he's messed up because he picked Jordan's number and Bill Russell's number, 23 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for him, obviously he's better than Bill Russell, but he will always be kind of odd with with Jordan, because they both wore 23. Hey, bro, don't do that. We're not doing
We're gonna do that right
We're
now.
not doing that right. You don't even watch basketball to really have this debate.
It's okay. I see enough stuff to know that LeBron ain't touching MJ. So
This one ain't one B, personally. I think at this point.
I think,
I think at this point,
I think Steph Curry's better
because you
than
get to
LeBron.
a point, huh?
Steph
You're
Curry's better
saying
than
that
LeBron.
because you're a biased Bay fan.
Steph Curry's better than LeBron.
Why? Please, why?
Because he has more championships.
They tied. Now what?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't watch basketball like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys seen in those videos that we did. Yeah, I don't really watch basketball like that, but
Oh, yeah, we did do a TikTok on that.
we did a
What did you
TikTok.
get right? We did out of what, like 10? Because we did it for like a minute.
Maybe, yeah, I'd say more like 7 or 8 of them. It had to be like 7 or 8 because a lot of them were just repeats because that filter had a lot of repeats.
True.
So, but yeah,
They got a lot of them wrong. You did terrible.
I said Booker T.
You did terrible, bro. I was like, oh my God.
Well, whatever, man. Let's get into this. Oh,
But
that's
I didn't even
you.
answer the question.
I was like, why are there red arrows?
That's me. That's me. But I didn't even finish answering the question. So with football, he won 3 and then 21 for Dion. And then usually if a popular player has worn that number, then they make it a number. Like a popular number.
So like 80 because of Rice.
84, Randy Moss. 81, T.O. 52, Ray Lewis.
12 is going to be Brady.
Yes, if you wear 12, Brady, Randall Cunningham, depending on whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but also the two, depending on, so like 1 and 3 is universal, but certain positions have specific like he's him numbers. So like running back, if you wear 22, 23, even 20, I'll say even 32, 34, you got to be that dude. You got to be that dude.
There's not like that one number.
1 and 3.
1 and 3?
1 and 3.
1 and 3? Okay.
But it's crazy because like with basketball, it's kind of the same thing too. Like
they have like that.
If you were 1, 3, 8, 23, 32, 33.
Those are the ones?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, yeah. In soccer, it's mainly either 7, 10, or 11. Okay. Sometimes 9. But...
For sure. So. All right, man. Talk about it. What we got today? What we doing?
How was your week?
My week was cool.
What'd you do this weekend?
I didn't do too much.
No.
I really feel like so Saturday I went out. My girlfriend, her people had like a little get together at Lake Merritt.
Oh, I seen that.
Then we went to
Karens?
Nah.
Nah, y'all was on barbecue?
Nah.
Okay, good.
Karen because the girl name is Karen.
Oh, really?
Her name's Karen. But after that, we chilled for a little bit at Lake Merritt for a little while. And then after we went to go grab some seafood in Alameda, so that was pretty cool, pretty good. Went to some place called Hang Ten.
Never heard of it.
Yes, it's right next to Azul. You know Azul is and no, damn, you go outside?
Not really. No.
Okay,
I got a kid.
That's true. That is true. So anyway, we went out there. It was cool. Got some food, got some seafood. And then Sunday, what did we do Sunday? Sunday was my girl's, my girl's cousin's birthday. So they had like a little brunch, had a bunch of soul food, mac and cheese, fried fish, fried chicken, works, red bean rice. Did that. Then we chilled at my girl parents' house because they got a little jacuzzi pool. Stayed a little bit too long. Didn't get that many hours of sleep. Went to work on Monday, exhausted.
Bro, you be getting up early for work too, so you gotta chill with all that.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy. I get up to work at like 5, 6 o'clock usually. When I'm coming from home, I gotta leave at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Insane.
Okay.
Hate it every time.
Well, my weekend, I went out to like a bunch of restaurants, but I wanted to ask you, you ever been to Puesto?
What is that?
Okay, you've never been to Puesto? It's over in the Veranda over in Concord, right? It's like gourmet Mexican food, basically.
In Walnut Creek?
In Concord. You know the Veranda, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
right next to the movie theater.
okay.
It's literally the building next to the movie theater. It's called
Yeah.
Puesto. It's like
Got you. Okay.
it's Mexican food, but like gourmet and
So-
not like Chipotle.
Okay, so it's right next to the movie theater, right?
Huh?
Right next to the movie theater, right?
Yeah, it's right next to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So like we went there for a friend's birthday, right?
Mhm.
And we already knew that was expensive. We've been there a couple times already. But so for gourmet Mexican food, how much do you think one taco is?
One taco.
One taco. So let me give you perspective.
Okay.
If you go out to like these taquerias over here in like Richmond and stuff,
Uh-huh.
for one taco, it might be like $3 or $4.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so gourmet Mexican tacos. How much do you think
Okay,
one
so
of them is?
I'm not gonna OD it, but can I give a range?
Okay, give me a range.
$8 to $11.
That's basically accurate.
Okay.
So depending on the meat you get,
Yeah.
it's average like $9 to $10 a taco.
That is expensive for
9 to
no
10.
reason.
Okay, well, wait, let me check this out. So this is how they do it. They do a homemade tortilla that's
Uh-huh.
kind of like thick, so it's like it's really filling.
Yeah.
And then what they'll do is they'll put the meat that you get. So you can choose any meat you want.
Mhm.
They'll take the meat that you get and they'll fry cheese, put the meat and roll it up. So it looks like just a roll of like fried cheese, but the
Mhm.
meat is in there. And then they put like all the sauces, the dressings, stuff like that. If you get like the al pastor, it comes with like mango and stuff, like chopped mango on it. You get like avocado, sour cream, all that, like cheese, all that stuff, right?
Mhm.
So we go there and it's like bomb. And then they have this thing called esquite. Basically, do you know what elotes are?
Yeah.
You know esquite?
No, I don't.
You led me on to that
Yeah,
one. So do you know elotes?
yes.
Like you go get the corn from the corn man,
Yeah.
you put like the cheese, the hot sauce,
Yeah,
peppers and all that.
yeah.
So basically, if you take one of those corns and you shave off the kernels
Mhm.
and put it into a bowl, that's what esquite is. And they put like this like mayo kind of cream in there with it.
So it's just a little
It's so
thing in the
good.
cup.
It's a little thing in a cup, and they don't give you.
It's
It's like this, and it's like $5-6.
Yeah.
But it's so good. It's so good. So if you ever in the mood for some like really good Mexican food that's not like taco truck, taqueria kind of stuff, but you're willing to spend a little bit of money, bro, you need to go try it.
Yeah,
You go try it. But we went there. And I was gonna ask you this. So I went to another party on Saturday, and they made these things called huaraches. Have you ever had a huarache?
You saying all these Spanish names?
No.
I wouldn't have a clue.
I gotta put you on one of these days.
Yeah.
So basically, what a huarache is they take this thick tortilla again. They take this really, it's like this long and like a really thick tortilla. They stuff it with cheese and like carne asada or like some type of meat,
Yep.
and then you can like it's like flap closed, so it's like like a giant quesadilla, but like the tortilla is thicker. It's so good.
thicker.
Yeah, it's like you know how
Like-
regular
like a
tortilla is like
pupusa
thin,
thick?
not as thick as a pupusa,
Okay.
but it's like a thicker tortilla. Like you know how sometimes they double up tortillas when you get tacos.
Yes.
So it's like that thick, but only one. So it's like that.
Okay.
So it's really good. But if they're like this big, bro, I had like 3 of them.
They was that good.
So good. So you put like your salsa in there, you put your onion, cilantro, like it's
Oh
so
man, I
good,
feel like
bro.
you was
Bro.
in heaven, bro.
Mexican food is like slowly creeping up to my number one like food. Like
I thought that was your number one food.
it's not.
What is?
It's not. I love Italian food. So my thing is Italian food, okay?
That's why you my brother.
I love you like Italian food?
That's fantastic.
Italian food. So I love Italian food, but right under there has to be Mexican food. So it's like slowly creeping up there, but yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense though. And mine is Italian is my top choice, and then soul food is my second, and then I'll go Mexican food.
That's the thing. You need to take me to like a soul food spot so I can try it. Though, have you ever been to
That's the thing too. Like a lot of people,
Angelique in Berkeley?
Angela.
It's a soul food spot.
Yeah. The thing is with
Is
soul
that like
food
good soul
spot,
food though?
huh?
Would you consider that a good soul food spot? in the league?
It's solid. I think the problem is with soul food out here, unfortunately, if it ain't made at the crib, it will never really give you the full feeling. Like I'm gonna be completely honest, if you know, you know. Like you can go to any soul food spot in the Bay. I kid you not. Anybody that know real good soul food, it gotta be made at the crib. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you just can't. It just won't hit the same. Unless you go to the South, like Louisiana, for sure you'll get your good grub. But in the Bay, it's not. It ain't hitting no much. It ain't
Yeah.
hitting no, like even so for the I forgot because there was one place, the place we for the brunch I had on Sunday that I told you about. They had food catered from some spot, and I put some spot in Antioch, and that was pretty decent. It wasn't like top tier, but like I would probably take you there to just get a good idea of what it tastes like.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to ask and see.
So I do remember, I think it was a couple years ago, you told me you was gonna bring me some food for Thanksgiving. And
Okay, so what
that
happened?
didn't happen.
Okay, so check this out. What happened was I got COVID. You know I got COVID. Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad. You got
I
you couldn't taste the food, huh?
I couldn't go if I wanted to. Bro, I was stuck in the basement at home when I had COVID. I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah, well,
Terrible.
my bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, well, should we get into it then?
Let's talk about it, man.
Let's
Let's
get
do it.
into it. Week 2 of the preseason. You know, we finally got to see, I guess, a couple starters play. Not really too many people kind of stood out to me when it came to starters.
We're not talking about the Niners today?
We talk about the Niners every time. I feel like people are gonna get like just fed up with how much you talk about the Niners.
I mean, it's mostly
There's a lot to talk about with the Niners. Don't get me wrong.
I'm just saying, to be
But
fair, it's mostly the area fans, so it's kind of like you just feed within
all
the
right,
market.
I didn't even have the Niners on the thing,
It's
but
cool.
we can go into it.
It's quick for segment.
Oh man. Okay. I don't know why Trey Lance is still QB3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he first came in the game in the third quarter, he looked a little bit like QB3-ish, I guess you could say. He looked a little bit off.
Mm-hmm.
But as he got those reps in, as he got a little bit more confident, you've seen him kind of turn into that Trey Lance that we put so much money up for. That last drive he had to basically win us the game was insane. He was throwing dots everywhere on the field. Like everybody was getting their receptions in there. So I'm just like, bro, I know Brock Purdy did a lot for us last year, and I'm not taking that away from him. I do think he still should start as QB1 because he's undefeated, unlike other people want to admit, you know. So QB1 should be good, but I really do think Trey Lance should be QB2 because yeah, he's got it if you give him the chance. I feel like he really showed it on when was the game? Was that Friday or Saturday? I think it was Friday. Did they play Friday? Whatever. Whenever the game was. Yeah, just to see him go out there and do it what he did that last drive, that kind of just showed it. Bro, the field goal kick at the end for the Niners to basically get the game. Bro, I thought he missed it. If you saw, did you see it?
No.
So it came down to a field goal. Bro kicked it. It was going straight and it started curling. And from the angle of the camera that it was showing, it looked like it went on top of the post. I know I'm hot too.
Yeah, I'm hot.
It went on top of the post, but I don't. They show it from a different angle and it went in. But it was like, bro, we used one of our draft picks to get like the worst kicker ever. He's not doing good at all. So Robbie Gold, we're gonna be calling you pretty soon to come back and help us out. I'm gonna open up the AC vent, so you got this.
Please, God, because I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah, this is part of editing that they will explain to you out here. For the love of God,
you hot?
Yes, I'm hot, bro, and this is saving my footage. This is part of the footage, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love y'all as a people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so that way we can get a
There it
point of
is.
ventilation. Thank you, bro. Can I get a towel, please?
You need a towel?
Paper towel? This is what I
Okay,
want.
I got
Bro. Thank you,
your
bro.
forehead leaking.
Yeah, a little bit. Very much
They
so.
can still hear me too, huh?
Yeah, for sure. A little bit kind of high now here. But yeah, while he's gone, I'll talk about it as far as what I was watching. Um Trey Lance, he looked pretty good. I think for sure for the most part, the second game was a better showing of him. I think for the most part, he showed glimpses of what he can be. Oh,
If my family's gone, I'm just gonna leave the door open.
okay, cool. Bet. You know what I'm saying? He can show glimpses of what he can be. Okay, that shit really can hit him. Oh, no, you straight, bro.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay.
Lucas was getting real hard half for your boy. I ain't gonna lie. Big
It's
dude,
like he
get
was taking the hot wing challenge again.
boy, just sitting in a sauna in his room, bro. For real. Anyway, that's wrong.
I turned the AC up or down lower, so it should kick on soon.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Trey Lance, had a hell of a performance, man. He had a good second. He had a good finish. He started off kind of iffy. Definitely picked it up. Sam Darnold struggled and looked like the reason why he got cut from the Jets. So it's kind of tough, man, because there's just not enough consistency between two quarterbacks to make a choice of who's quarterback two. And Kyle Shanahan even said it himself, I'm gonna let both of them get reps at QB2. So it's like for me, I'm at a point where I'm like, obviously Brock Purdy is gonna be number one. I think it's clear as day, right? Until he gets hurt, then whatever. But for the most part, I'm looking at it as like, if I'm Trey Lance, wouldn't you think his confidence is shot a little bit?
I mean, yeah, because it's like you see the organization's not really having full confidence in you going out there and performing at the level they need you to be performing at.
Mm-hmm.
But he went into that last drive fully confident out of nowhere and did phenomenally.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. He played like a QB1 in that last drive.
Yeah.
I think the drive before that, I think he threw a pick. Did he throw a pick? I think it was he threw a pick and they were kind of worried. They're like, oh man, like this is gonna put him down. Like he has to bounce back from this. Let's see what he can do. He came back ready to go. He's like shook it off and said, hey, give me the ball back. I'm scoring or I'm getting us down the field. So he definitely did what he needed to do.
Yeah, bro's fire. Like I said, I think he showed glimpses of why he was chose number 3 and the same reason why Kyle Shanahan took a chance on him. I just think that it's just tough because he's one of the few quarterbacks that came into a awkward situation, right? You come in, you have all the skepticism behind you, mind you, at the same time. Like I'm thinking, like if I'm Trey Lance, right? You traded like 3 first rounds for me. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm automatically number 1. I come to practice, I appear to struggle. So then you're not really that confident in me to the point where you don't really give me the same plays as, for example, Brock Purdy doing now. Then on top of that, I get hurt because you put a run play in for me and I messed up my ankle, right? Then fast forward, Brock Purdy comes in between me and Jimmy Garoppolo, and Brock Purdy does what I was supposed to do. Right? Takes us all the way to the conference championship. And on top of that, it was like, yo, like if I'm Trey Lance, I'm looking at that. I'm like, yo, he is taking all my shine right now.
Yeah.
He wasn't ideally he wasn't supposed to be on the team. He was not supposed to be on the team.
He was Mr. Irrelevant.
So I was like, he was supposed to be on the practice squad, keeping and pushing. So to see that and just all the play out, now the Mr. Irrelevant has took your spot and most likely going to probably get that contract that you were supposed to get if he plays well. It's gotta be a tough signing.
Yeah.
To the point where you're a third string quarterback now. And it's like, it just sucks for him because I just know that the confidence will probably never be there. And he's trying to build that back up. Because he wants to be a starter. I mean, that's what they drafted him for, ideally, right? But now he kind of got to go through the ropes, and like he's pretty much getting treated like he was drafted 7th round, 6th round. That's where he's at right now. To be completely, like this. If you told me, if you looked at these quarterbacks, you told me Brock Purdy was drafted in the 7th round, I wouldn't believe. I'd be like, he was drafted top 3, and Trey Lance was drafted in the 7th round. He was Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah,
it's tough, man. It's tough out here.
But that's why you just never know what you're gonna get when you draft somebody.
How do you feel going forward into the season?
I'm scared.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing a lot about the defense looking kind of.
I mean, yeah, but
everybody's pretty low key. I ain't gonna lie. I remember you told me about the picks. I wasn't tripping until I dived into
it now.
I was like, oh, he's throwing a lot of picks in this training camp.
He's throwing a lot of picks.
He threw 10 in like 3 days.
Yeah, he threw a lot of picks during training. But hey, that shows the defense. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but they probably will be one of the best defenses he'll probably with.
Well, our defense, this season, they're going to be the number 1 defense again, but it might take them a game or 2 to get back together. The only thing is we don't got no CBs. That's all it is. CB corners, quarterbacks. All of our secondary, it's just like, I don't know. It's every year that seems like to be the thing with our defense is our corners are not up to par. I mean, last during the playoffs we had Lenore was playing, right? And Lenore was doing great for like the playoffs. During the season, he was trash. But during the playoffs he did great. And then now they're saying that he isn't even going to be a starter. They switched him back to be a nickel player. So it's like, yeah, it's just we have to be able to figure out how to cover people, especially if we go against like really good wide receivers or tight ends. That's going to be the problems. They're just going to eat us alive if we can't cover them. But they're going to have to figure it out because season starts soon. So
we're gonna figure it out. The season, man. We still got one more game left, and then
one more preseason.
So I think this game, we'll see the starters play a lot.
I think first quarter.
I think they'll play the first half this game.
First half?
I think first half of the game. I think starters will play first half. I think most teams will play their starters first half, and then they'll let everybody else play like a quarter and half, whatever. Because you got to start getting these reps, and you can't just play a job. And so you got to start getting them ready. That's why going into because I think I was kind of confused though because there were some people that played the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I'm lost with how many games people done played. Everybody done played I think 2 games, right? I think it's 1. Yeah, I got confused.
There's two games so far.
Yeah, so they go to the 3rd one. Yeah, so we'll see, man. And I got my eyes on them for sure. The Niners.
I think everybody right now because they just want to see what's going to happen with the quarterback position.
For sure, 100%.
It's just like
I think also too, but also too. Why y'all not paying y'all guy yet?
He's in New York right now, signing his contract. Okay, calm down. Boza is gonna get his bag.
Signed the paper, man.
Boza is gonna get his bag.
Y'all trying to skip him on his money?
No, we're not. Okay, chill. No, he's in New York right now with his agent. They're making the deal. He's going to sign. He should sign at least by tomorrow. By tomorrow, he should have signed his contract, and it should be a fat one. So we'll see. But he's definitely getting a big.
And other news, man. Of course, the preseason week, you had a couple impressions. I didn't really have that.
I did
that many impressions. I didn't have none. I'm gonna leave that to you.
Okay, look. Number 1.
Yes.
I don't know what. Well, I guess I can guess why. But Zach Wilson with the Jets has been going crazy in this preseason. Yeah, but sure. I know it's because he's like trying to, fight A-Rod for that position. He's not gonna get the QB1, but I know that's got like lit a fire under him to where he's been going crazy. He had this drive. Did you see the drive he had?
No, I'm listening to you.
He basically snapped the ball. He was in the pocket, crashed, rolled out. Dude came to grab him, like twist off of him, started running, and he looked like he was going to run out of bounds. He faked out the defender, and he juked him, went back in, and took off for another like 20 yards. And like got the first down and everything. Versatility. Yeah, he was being very versatile. Yeah. But Zach Wilson, for some reason, these past 2 games, for the time that he got to play, he showed us like he's doing pretty good. Yeah. He's not gonna take the spot from.
I think the last game he didn't get that many reps, but
but the reps he has been getting, like the last game, I think last week, from what I seen, he was hitting dudes like
14
down
for
the field.
21, 23, 6 yards an attempt, 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
Average a 102.7 QB rating. He balled out.
yeah.
I just think for me, Zach Wilson. I mean, Wilson is very talented. I can't say he's
Mhm.
not talented, but I think what happens is that sometimes when you go into a system where there's nobody to like challenge you or to really teach you the right way, then you don't really learn much.
Mhm.
When now you're behind Aaron Rodgers, you get to see what greatness looks like day in and day out. So
Yeah.
there's a different mindset that you go into it when you're preparing for games and things of that nature. That's why certain quarterbacks struggle because they say they go and get drafted by the Panthers, but there's nobody really to learn from. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah.
coaches, but players need to see players do it. You know what I'm saying? Coach can only do so much until you see a player that's doing the same things you doing, going through the same drills and whatever.
Iron sharpens iron.
Exactly. And I think with Zach Wilson, I think he's benefiting a lot from that, just like Aaron Rodgers did with Brett Favre when he was younger. There was the same thing. Aaron Rodgers didn't play for like 4 years, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then once he got in, he took over where Brett Favre left off. And you could tell the influence that Brett Favre had on Aaron Rodgers.
Just all those years he got to pick his brain and tell him like, hey,
exactly. And that's the same
what do you
thing
do
that
in this
Zach Wilson is
situation?
doing right now. And you could tell that it's wearing off. So trust me, Aaron Rodgers is gonna be here for like 2 or 3 years. Zach Wilson gonna get babysitted a little bit, but once Zach Wilson get back on that starting spot, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
No, he was doing good. So
that's the same thing
that
with
was
Jordan Love in Green Bay.
Oh,
people.
did you see him throw like a dime for like it was like a 60-yard pass that would soon threw a bomb down the field.
Zach Wilson, I mean not Zach Wilson. Jordan Love is gonna be the truth. Let him get some time to cook. He gonna be all right, man. He gonna cook, man. It's gonna be something nice, man. It's gonna be something nice, man.
Yeah.
But that's the benefits of having like if you draft a top quarterback, if you have a good vet or even a you know what I'm saying, a solid vet that can raise them the right way and teach them like, okay, this is what to look for certain coverages or how to properly work out, how to properly watch film, stuff like that. Most of these college kids don't really know how to do those things, especially in an NFL manner, because the scale of competition is a lot different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, shout out to Zach Wilson, man. I hope because I remember the first couple years he looked terrible, but it's the Jets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And nobody really thought anything of the Jets.
And then literally last year was a good year, but the offense kind of went trash once Breece Hall got hurt. So now they got Dalvin Cook and them boys. So we'll see, man. Shout out to him.
So he went crazy. The other one I saw was Flowers, you guys' wide receiver.
Look, man.
Hey, he was putting boys on skates out there. He was tearing them up.
Look, man.
Shredded that field, bro.
Look, man.
He was looking nice.
If he gets the time, if he gets the minutes, offensive rookie of the year. Offensive rookie player of the year. Yeah. So calling it now.
I don't know because there's another person that I wanted to mention that might take that spot from him.
Who?
Robinson from Falcons.
Ah, man, look,
running back.
Check this out. They're gonna lose, so he ain't gonna get no benefit. I'm just saying, if Zay Flowers, he got decent stats and we win, and he's part of the reason he's gonna get offensive rookie of the year. I'm putting it out there now. He like that. He could easily be number one, I think, on our squad. I love OBJ, but we got to see what he is like. And I think he gonna be fine with OBJ for them top spots. But Zay Flowers could easily be a number.
Yeah, Flowers was looking nice. He was looking.
So if Lamar is in like quote unquote MVP conversations next year, and Zay Flowers is the reason, offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
easy.
Well, at least we're finally seeing that Lamar has some help. Oh yeah, it's not just him. So,
and as far as I'm concerned, I have no excuses to say to him. If he can't throw, then he just can't throw, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking about how he inaccurate and stuff, and that's true. Like he do miss plays. Don't get me wrong, but it's hard sometimes to throw the player that just can't get open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a wide receiver, you just can't break from your corner. There's nothing much you can do.
Yeah, I know.
For me,
but he looked really nice. His route running was doing really well for the reps that he got in. So that was another player that kind of stood out to me. The other one, like I said, Robinson from the Falcons. He was going crazy too, making his runs. You know, he just looked like nobody could tackle him. He was just going for it.
It was tough, man, because like you get like a quick taste, like an appetizer of these players, but they don't really get full game. So once I get a full game, then I can just dissect. Like, okay, I see it.
Yeah,
it's hard to see these. Like you see these glimpses of moments in like 2 drives, and it's like, okay, you look good, but in a 60-minute game, that fluctuates.
Because your endurance and all
The
that.
endurance, all that kicks in. You know what I'm saying? So it's great to see these players and glimpses of them now, but it's just like I need to see what you look like in 60 minutes.
Yeah.
If I get a nice sample of that, then I could kind of get an idea like, okay, this is who you are.
Yeah.
And that's why for me, like I enjoy watching preseason, but I don't really put too much stock in it. To me personally.
I mean, yeah, the preseason is just a showcase of like your second and third stringers to see like who actually is going to be out there. Like,
it'd be cool to see them though, like the little second, third string play that'd be balling. Like, bro, from you got him on the thing from the Cowboys, the running back, bro. Oh my God,
Okay, hold on first.
Deuce Vaughn remind me of Darren Sproles so bad.
First of all, Bro man is 5'6".
Darren Sproles.
No, Vaughn. Sproles was 5'6" also? Okay. Yeah. Vaughn scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
They came to celebrate with bro, man. Yeah. The lineman, he was like this, like, yeah, bro, he's so small. Like, bro could be, part-time just standing on top of wedding cakes. That's how small they made him look. He was so bad, bro.
That boy, look when they got him on ESPN. He is 5'6" and 176.
He was so small. Bro, he was just like, yeah, bro, you good. So bad.
Dude is shifty, bro. Like, he be hitting up. I'm like, okay, if they got him and they got Tony Pollard, I think they would want a power back. But if that's like their little duo they just trying to set up, oh yeah, they cooking.
Yeah,
unfortunately, Dallas.
They're fine without Zeke.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Oh, they got. Let me see this one thing here. I thought it was Mike Davis. This might be their power back, but I thought it was Mike Davis. Anyway, yeah, Deuce Vaughn is definitely gonna be. He gonna do a lot of special teams. I think when the season start, I think Deuce Vaughn is gonna be like they special team return.
Yeah, no, he might be.
Yeah, man.
He's little, but he's quick.
You know what I'm saying? He's doing their kick returns now. Yeah, he'll be their main kick return. He may be like a third down back, maybe like occasion special packages. But yeah, they'll definitely find him a way to get on the field because he's too much of a skilled athlete to not be able to not be on the field, man. So I like him a lot. I definitely like him a lot.
You know, he was really good.
And that was the four. Him, Flowers, Raven. Okay.
Yeah. But I do got a question for you.
What's up, man?
Why the Ravens always lose to Washington? I've seen that this is like the 15th game in a row that y'all have lost to Washington.
Who cares, bro? It's a preseason game. Like, get off our back,
you guys
bro.
Gonna beat them?
Get off our back, bro.
I mean, we lost to them last season.
Can you win a Super Bowl?
Oh my God.
He don't win the Super Bowl. Please.
Oh my God.
He don't win the Super Bowl. We not going to have this discussion.
At the end of the season, you're going to be quiet, okay? And we'll have one right here, and it's going to say 6 completed.
You too, though.
Why?
Because y'all not going to win either.
Nah, we're going to win.
Y'all not.
We're going to win. We're going to win. Watch.
It's sad that y'all not.
Purdy is undefeated.
Oh, no, he's actually 8-1 now.
He's undefeated.
He's 8-1 now. He got hurt.
He's undefeated, sir.
How is he undefeated? He got hurt.
Because you get injured and he played like 4 drives in the entire game.
Yeah, still, you touched the field, bro. That counts.
Gosh, we would,
That's cool. It's all right, bro. Look, it's just y'all just not gonna win, and that's crazy. Cause like y'all.
You know what's crazy though?
How many Super Bowls y'all been to in the past 10 years?
We ain't gonna talk about that. You know what's crazy though?
What?
They said that the prediction for this year, the Super Bowl, is gonna be the Niners and the Jets.
It's not a bad thing.
Can you see that happening?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Between in the NFC, I mean, as you look at it, it's like we said, we talked about it last week. Like it's Philly, Niners. I mean, y'all in the tier. Dallas is kind of in that between y'all, but under y'all. And then it's everybody else, right? So it's just like y'all got a 35 chance of 50% chance of getting there, honestly. And then the AFC is kind of like
that's a toss-up.
Yeah, it's a toss-up, right? You got like 5 teams that you probably can confidently say can make a run. You got New York, you got Buffalo, you got Miami, you got Kansas City, you got Baltimore, Cincinnati. I named like 6 teams that you can confidently say could probably make a run to the Super Bowl. So it kind of depends who get hot at the right time.
You know who's looking a little bit nice from these preseason games? The Steelers. Steelers and Washington, I think,
I
have
will,
been the most.
I will never not give them no credit. I will not give them credit. I mean, that's what I meant.
Hold on, you just did a double negative on me. My brain just went. Huh?
Yeah, I will never praise them.
Okay.
Nah, it's not happening.
Well, look. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, nah.
but the Steelers and so I would say Pittsburgh and Washington have probably been like the most, I guess, impressive when it comes to the preseason right now. Just the way that they've been playing and just how everything's been going for them. I say
What
those
player has
two.
been catching your attention from both teams? I mean, from the Steelers.
I don't
Or
think it's just
is it a
a
collective
player.
unit?
I think it's a collective unit. As
Mm-hmm.
a collective unit, the Steelers have been looking really good,
Mm-hmm.
and Washington has been looking really good too. Because I mean, they kept up with y'all, and yeah.
Preseason, bro.
I know it's preseason,
Take it with a grain of
but
salt, man. Stop doing that.
preseason also shows you the coaching. Because if the coaches can coach the second and third stringers well enough to where they're out there winning games,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to show you like how good they're going to be with the first stringers if they can coach the second and third ones to look nice like this. So
Okay, so like the Raiders are usually good in the preseason. Does that really mean anything?
Raiders have to use their first stringers to win preseason games. Okay, so that's that's a completely different thing. That's completely different. So
Everybody
no,
does the same thing, bro.
no.
Like, no. And I get what you're trying to say. I think what ends up happening is the fact that it's like when there's not really a big gap with their so like the Steelers, right? Like their first stringers are not that much greater than their
Why don't
third
you like the
stringers.
Steelers? Just because you're a Ravens fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't like them at all.
You know
I'm
who the
not
biggest rivalry is
what?
in all of football?
Probably Yankees Red Sox, right? Oh, football? Sorry. You said football. My bad. No, the biggest rivalry in football.
Yankees, Reds.
Okay, let me think. The biggest rivalry in football would probably be, you know,
What two teams have the biggest rivalry in the history of football?
I would say probably Cowboys Eagles.
No,
No, yeah. Oh, Raiders Chiefs.
no.
Damn, no. I'll give you one
You
more
haven't
chance.
even named one of the teams.
Oh, Niners Cowboys.
No.
Really? Who is it?
Packers and Bears.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. I
The
was gonna
Packers
say
and the Bears.
I was gonna say Packers Chiefs just because I know they was like the primitive team. They've been there since
Yeah, they've been there since the beginning of time.
for sure.
Football.
Okay,
Since the
yeah,
genesis of football.
yeah,
But yeah, they have the biggest rivalry. But not it makes sense on why you don't like the Steelers. But
yeah. Nah.
but yeah, they've
And
been
my best
looking
friend
pretty cool.
she is Snow fan, and we compete every year.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I met maybe a couple Steelers fans out here in the Bay.
they like sprinkles, bro.
Yeah, it's not too
And it's
weird.
usually because of like the Pop Warner team.
Oh, because they got the
Steelers.
Steelers. Okay.
So
Yeah. But other than that, those are the only ones that kind of stood out me. And I did want to know why y'all keep losing to Washington, but you
it's
don't want
okay, bro.
to
Like at the
answer
end of the
that.
day,
So
the Washington not gonna have a better record than us. At the end of the day, bro, like the Washington's
they
gonna be
won't. They won't.
89. They're gonna be 89,
Well,
miss the playoffs, and then you're gonna be like, damn, that one game did count in the preseason. No, it didn't, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
But that was kind of crazy though, because I think we won like 24 in a row in preseason. They broke the streak. We won 24 in a row in the preseason. That is nuts.
Oh, that's weird.
That is a weird stat to have. To win 24 preseason games in a row, like why?
Yeah.
Why do we have that stat out of all of them? And Washington had to break it because they beat us all the time by your logic. So I didn't even know that though. That's a good one. I didn't know Washington beats us all the time.
Yeah. Apparently they beat you guys a lot.
Yeah.
Last couple things here. I got some games I want to play with you. See your knowledge.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty much the end of the football week. I have a question for you.
What?
Okay, let me give you a scenario.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Let's say, okay, let's say the Raiders. The Raiders. No, let's say the Niners had another team. Or this no, okay. I'll give you. Let's keep it in football. The Chargers and the Rams, right? You know they're in the same city,
Yes.
right? So let's say that the Chargers always beat the Rams, right? Every year they play each other. Let's say that the Chargers for the past 10 years have beat the Rams, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Rams have won a championship in those 10 years, but the Chargers have never won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Whose city is that? Who owns that city?
I'll have to say the Chargers. The Chargers, because no matter what, you in the same city. I get that you win the championship, but we always beat you.
Mm-hmm.
We technically own you. So yeah, you can go out there and win the
So the
chip.
Chargers will own LA, but they still okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
like
Okay.
yeah, you go out there and get a chip and everything, but
Yeah.
you can't beat us.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why? What you think the opposite? The
Okay.
city belongs to the championship
I
team.
think if you beat me and you're still a playoff team, but you're not winning, but the team that you keep beating, but they end up winning, that's the goal is to get the championship. So if you don't get the championship, even though you're beating the same team over and over, if you're not getting the ring, how do you own that city when they keep hanging banners in that same stadium and y'all not, but y'all beat that team? Something's wrong with that picture to me.
But I think it's also because like if you know you run into that fan, like
Uh-huh.
they have nothing they could say. Like yeah, they could say, "Oh, I got the championship, we got the banners," but you can't beat us. Like
So,
that's your art.
yeah.
That's all your argument.
But that's my thing, right? So my thing is, what would you say you would rather have that you beat the team every year, but you don't win the championship?
I mean, a chip would be nice.
That's what I'm saying.
But to the team that would own that city, to me,
Yeah.
would be the one that is always beating the other team in that city.
Okay.
Because that's like, okay, so like I'm gonna go back to soccer because that's what I know.
Yeah.
In soccer, when you're in the Spanish league, so they have what's called El Clásico, the classic, which is Barcelona versus Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So whenever they play each other, that's like who owns the league.
Yeah.
Like it don't matter if you go win the Champions League. It don't matter like what kind of cups and stuff that you win. As long as when they play each other, you win that match, you own that league.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's kind of why.
The only reason I asked that is because I be having arguments with my homeboys, and you know me, I'm a Lakers fan, right?
Yeah.
And that's
unfortunately
right. I'm a Lakers fan. So my homeboys that I be on the game with, we always talk about that, or they always bring it up, and I be low key salty because I be in my head, I'm like, the Lakers still run LA, but the Clippers beat us every year. They beat us every like if you got our record versus the Clippers for the past like 10 years, I think we're like 4-20. Like we lose to them a lot. But they haven't won anything. We got a championship. Granted, it's the bubble, but we still won. That's my point. Yeah. But it's still like, to me, I'd be like,
if you can't beat the Clippers, then the Clippers technically own you.
Right. But I'm thinking like, I guess. For me, I'm just like, I'm on the lines like if we get the ring, then we own the city. Because that's the ultimate goal is to win. If you could beat me every time, but I still win the championship, fine. Fine. I'll take it. Because at the end of the day, your championship is beating me. And you can't do no better than that. But I can go get this ring though. That's what I'm saying.
I'm taking the undefeated streak every time over the championship. Yeah.
Really?
I think it's just like having that over somebody is the best feeling ever. So
put in the comment section, man. Would you rather win a championship or always beat a particular team no matter what? Like have an undefeated streak, like 100-0 against somebody.
Oh man.
All right.
Okay. So back to these games, right?
Yeah, let's move along, man.
So I have like 7 players. And I have their net worth.
Okay.
And I want you to guess what their net worth is.
You want me to count pockets, bro? That's crazy. Basically. I got you though. All right.
Okay. The first person.
Yep.
That I'm going. Okay. What is Baker Mayfield's net worth?
Baker Mayfield's net worth. So it's always interesting with players to figure out their net worth, right? Because it's like.
Because you're taking consideration their contract they got, endorsements, all that stuff.
Baker Mayfield's endorsements, like.
So how much do you think Baker Mayfield is worth as a person?
Okay, I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say $3 million.
No,
higher or lower? Okay. Watch. No, I forgot he got a bigger contract. So okay, $13 million. Higher?
Higher.
23 million?
I'm
gonna stay at higher.
Higher.
50 million?
No. No. That's way too much for Baker.
35 million.
No.
43.
No. Way lower.
Okay.
You were close before you jumped.
25.
25 mil.
25
Baker
million.
Mayfield's worth 25 million.
He had a couple commercials.
Yeah.
It's hard, but I got to remember like these commercials and like
Okay.
3 million is kind of nuts. That's what that's hard.
Disrespect.
That's what hard. I think the average human network is like 1 million or something like that.
What?
Yeah. Hold on, let me look it up.
The average human?
Yeah. So like a regular human being, like the
worth $1 million?
technically, I think or something like that.
$1 million mindset.
Oh, what kind of depends? How much is it? Yeah.
Between 34 and 35 years
Look
old.
at the discrepancy.
Oh my goodness.
We're not even gonna put that on Front Street, but that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Anyway,
I wouldn't even be in that category.
Yeah, that's nuts. But yeah, like the average, it says the average net worth or as a family. I'm trying to figure out the average net worth of a person. Let me see. Go ahead, just keep on.
Okay, next person, Derrick Henry.
Oh, he got bread.
How much do you think Derrick Henry's worth?
75.
Nope.
Higher?
Nope.
Damn. 60?
Nope.
52.
Nope. You're way off.
Lower?
Mm-hmm.
He don't really do commercials, so that's fair. 28.
No.
Higher?
No.
Lower?
Yeah.
23?
He's less than Baker, so keep going.
That's not even a crazy thing to say because he don't really do commercials.
Yeah.
12.
12 million.
Wow.
He's worth $12 million. Oh man. Okay. Next one. Marcus Mariota.
He's higher than Derrick Henry. I know that for sure. Right? Just give me
You gotta guess.
23.
No.
Higher?
No.
Okay, 19.
No.
4.
No.
16.
No.
7.
No.
Higher, lower.
Lower. Wait, would you say
7?
Oh, higher.
14.
No.
Lower.
Lower.
10.
Higher.
11.
Higher.
12.
He's 12. He's the same as Derrick Henry. That's weird. For Mariota to be the same. Okay. Who's this? Oh, your boy AJ Brown. What's AJ Brown's net worth?
30.
No.
Lower?
Yes.
Damn. I have more respect for you.
You do.
Okay, 15.
No. Down.
Lower?
Down.
10?
10 million.
It's almost crazy to think about, right? Because like players, like in the grand scheme, like they probably get a higher contract than their net worth, but the net worth was kind of like I don't know how
it's
they
just
do
how
it.
much they're worth right now.
It's a weird mathematical equation.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, okay, next one. Jalen Ramsey.
60.
No.
He had commercials.
No, you got close though, but no.
55.
55 million.
I was gonna say he had commercials, so he up there.
Yeah,
he got
Jalen
up
Ramsey's
there.
worth 55 million.
He got some commercials, man.
All right. If you get this one wrong, you disrespectful.
Really?
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. How would it be disrespectful? I don't know these
This
players.
is your boy.
That's fair. I don't know Kobe's network. How is that disrespectful? Please let me know.
I'm hosting this game right now. So.
No. I can tell you about
chill.
You know your favorite player's network in any sport.
Ronaldo is worth $2 billion.
2 billion?
Let's see. Look it up.
That is nuts.
Cristiano Ronaldo's net worth.
If it's 2 billion,
Cristiano, not Ronaldo. Ronaldo is Brazilian. Cristiano Ronaldo.
You really gotta do all that?
Yep.
Dang, that's how you know it's a lot of Ronaldo network. Let's see. You said 2 billion?
Probably like 2 billion. Oh, wait, that's last year.
500 million.
500?
Yeah, bro. Tell him to get his bands up.
He was the first soccer player to hit $1 billion. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Mark Andrews.
These stats don't be accurate though, to be fair.
Okay. Well, what do you think Mark Andrews is listed at?
11 million. Lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 8.
Mm-hmm.
2.
2 million.
I'm saying he don't really like the thing is like most skill positions like tight end they're not gonna be like unless Travis Kelce he probably higher but he not.
I didn't do like the big names.
I'm saying Marcus Andrews not really
biggest
like
name of it was Ramsey.
he's like really like marketable.
Yeah, I guess. I
At
just
all.
wanted to pick
Like
someone in
Marcus
your
was not
team.
marketable at all.
I just wanted to pick someone in your team.
That's what's
That's
up.
all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Well,
What's George Kittle? Let's see. What is George Kittle's net worth? Let's see that.
Georgie.
Kittle net worth.
I hear Georgie.
Man.
The Kittle Meister.
50 million.
50 mil? George Kittle?
Allegedly.
He does a lot of commercials.
Allegedly. And see, but his net worth 3 million. It's broke. I don't know. It's not really like.
Well, there's like money that you can't really
No, I'm saying
put
like
down
it's
because they got
it's
some
a,
sides.
it's a weird like thing. Just put like this. They living well, they living good, they eating good. That's all that matters. Hopefully. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I wish I had. How much is his contract? Because I wish I had his contract. That'd be nice. How much he getting paid this year?
George Kittle?
Yeah.
Ooh.
5 years, $75 million name. That 40 million guaranteed. That's nice, bro. For real.
He said.
Some people out here getting paid, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to people that got that contract extension, man. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Hard work is paying off.
40 mil to catch a ball.
Right?
But you're the best at catching
What
the ball.
we doing wrong? What we doing? What we doing wrong in high school? For real.
All right, that's all I got for you. I don't know if you got anything.
Not really, bro. How long we been going for? I think about an hour, two change.
An hour, a little over maybe.
Ain't about some change. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I know. We good. So
I see you added another game.
We can do that next time.
Next week. Next week. Okay, we got a little quick segment, man. Since we here, this is random because it's been sitting at our notes for like for a couple.
Okay, I already know mine.
Really? Okay, so being a gamer, right? We play a lot of games throughout our life. You was a gamer as a kid. You grew up on the Dreamcast, the PlayStation, the Xbox, the Nintendo GameCubes, the DSs, the Game Boy, PSP, all that, et cetera, all the way to now. We got Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PS5, blah, blah, blah. So, in your opinion, what is the greatest console of all time? And I promise you, I do not have a confident answer.
You don't?
I don't think so.
For me,
yes,
it was the Xbox 360.
Okay.
The 360 went crazy.
That's valid.
They even had games from Burger King where you could get like it was like Mario Kart, but with Burger King characters. Like,
right? Halo goated.
The 360 though?
Halo goated.
The only bad thing was the red rings.
Yeah.
I got that.
Everybody did.
I had the guy.
That was part of the culture.
But the 360?
That was part of the culture.
Top tier.
That was part of the culture.
It was top tier. That was mine.
Oh man, I was torn. So you going with 360?
I'm on 360.
I'm torn, man, because for me, like going into it, I was like, man, because I thought about the question really hard, right? Because I was like, man, I was one of the few people that did PlayStation and Xbox at a point. I did the PlayStation 1, PS2, then I converted to Xbox. I didn't get a PS3, then I went PS4, PS5. So I didn't really have the Xbox, so I didn't really get to play that. I only played that when I was at your house. But since you went 360, I'm gonna be that with advocate. I'm gonna go PS2.
The PS2?
I think PS2 with the great. You're talking about greatest. Not which one was the best. I'm gonna say greatest.
Which one was the PS2?
PS2 was 2000s.
What did it look like?
The they all relatively look the same, but the black one, they all black though.
No, the PS1 was gray.
Okay. I'm gonna show you the PS2.
Why PS2 though?
I think PS2 for me, just the way. First of all, the game selection was.
See, I remember this one.
Yeah, not PS1.
Yeah.
I think to me, PS2 game selection was crazy. No matter what you was into, they had games for everybody. You had the NBA Streets, the NFL Streets, the Def Jam, the GTAs, the San Andreas, Vice Cities, Need for Speeds, all the games that we grew up that we have a nostalgia on, all came from the PS2. More times than not, right? Your favorite probably top 5 games, most of them probably came from the PS2 era. At least I know all mine did. Even the sports games were all top tier at that point. I think most genres. I think 360 benefited because you had the party chat. It was first time really being able to play online. You know what I mean? You'd be able to play with your friends. That was the first time party chat was like really legit. I like those memories are unbeatable, but bro, it was nothing like going to your homeboy house and he had NFL Street 2. And don't let him have a multi-tab when he had like 4 controllers. bro, you doing 2v2 and you just running it up, bro. I can't tell you how many times me and my cousins, it'd be 4 of us. We need to be on I think it was called Freedom Fighters. I think it was called the shooting. It was a few shooting games you could do 2v2 on. It was like the split screen when you cut it in four.
Yeah.
You used to do that. The Need for Speed Hot Pursuits, the Undergrounds, bro. Like those games, I think carry so much nostalgia.
Hot Pursuit went crazy.
Crazy. I think for me, I think PS2 carries so much nostalgia, and especially the memories you created. Because those when you had to go to your homeboy house and be like, "Oh, I got next," and you playing couch games, and you create the memories, talking, all that, bro. It created that. And like I said, don't let somebody have a multi-tap because if you had the multi-tap and you look, if you had the multi-tap and the memory card, you had money. Don't let you have multiple memory cards, you have money. Facts. I had like 3. Because the memory card didn't have that much space. So you could save like a few games.
Yeah.
So you had to get multiple on just for one. Like you had one for like, I used to have one for like sports, one for like all my random games I used to play. It was serious, bro. Yeah. It was serious, bro. Definitely. So yeah, I'm personally going PS2, dog. PS2. I think the memories in the game selection was crazy back then. Insane.
Yeah.
Never duplicated since. But Xbox 360 is tough though.
Yeah.
Very tough.
I really love
that. That was man. I remember like 360. I broke like 2 of those. I red ring.
I had 2 of them too.
I red ring 2 of those.
Yeah.
But once I got the black one, though, it worked. The white one was kind of like
I only had the white one.
GG.
Dang. But yeah. Let us know what your favorite console is.
The greatest console of all time in y'all.
I like the PSP.
Yeah, if you say the PSP, I gotta hear the reason for that. For real, I gotta hear the reason. But let us know in the comment section what you think the greatest console of all time is. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this session.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. This has been another lovely episode of Fourth Rounders Podcast. Be on the lookout for us on YouTube, TikTok, IG, Reels, everything in between, Apple Podcasts. Like he said before, make sure you leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and leave a review 5 stars because we need what they like to call it. What's that word? What's the word I'm looking for? When somebody you need somebody to like give you a compliment. You need
edification.
What?
Validation.
Right. We need validation. You know what I mean? Just to let us know we're doing something right. So just leave that in the review or in the comment section. But yeah, until next time.
Drop those comments,
please. We'll let it talk to y'all, man. But I think the crazy part about it is half these people know us. So like
that makes it funner.
Yeah, that's true.
They know us.
But yeah, appreciate y'all for rocking with us. It's been your boy Tweez, my brother William, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Deuces.